Hello everyone, I hope everybody is doing great. And in this today's video, I'm going to be talking about the RAI exam, which is basically from GARP, which is Risk and Artificial Intelligence. And over here, the AI craze has got this new certification out, and there is a huge demand for AI right now in the banking and the financial services, which we're going to be talking in this section. Okay, so first, okay, all there's a lot of buzz, a lot of people having query with respect to RAI. So we'll be talking about the exam also, and also the career opportunity. Who should do it? What are the different roles that are coming up in the market? Okay, I will talk about that also. Okay, so first introduction, what exactly is this RAI certification? Okay, now banking industry has been moving towards automation. It has been there for the past 7, 8, 10 years, but now the shape of automation has slightly changed. Okay, they are now not just doing automation, they want something, or basically some system to basically look at the vast amount of data that they have and come up with the pattern which can help the bank to take decisions. Okay, now hence what is happening, they are using a lot of AI, machine learning, okay, a lot of predictive analytics like structure. Okay, so AI, machine learning is getting widely used in the banks, in the financial institution, and also in the asset management industry. Now because of this, a lot of risk is also coming in. Suppose the AI doesn't work, okay, there's no proper check, somebody comes and change the code of the model, if there is a cyber attack and they have hacked or they have corrupted your AI model, there's so many risks that you can face. Okay, so what is happening, the traditional, the normal risk management which bank was using before is now not capable enough to look at the AI driven technology which are now getting used in the bank. So their risk management also has to improve. So there was a huge knowledge gap that was there. Okay, and that's the reason this certification has been brought by GARP, where the focus is on understanding how these models actually work. So there are modules in your exam which gives you the basics of supervisory, unsupervisory model, variety of model. Then they will also take you in detail what are the different risks that you can face. Okay, variety of risk, one of them is the cyber risk connected to your AI, right? There is model specific risk, which is a very big in the banks right now. So all of these risks are being discussed in detail, and how this risk will help you. Okay, how taking care of AI will help you to manage your credit risk, market risk, operation risk, all of them. Okay, and the entire course is from the governance perspective. That means somebody who is sitting in the risk team, and he's basically helping and supporting the business where these models are utilized. So what should be the regulation? Okay, what is the regulation talking about? Because I'm talking about global organization. What is the governance structure that is required? How the checks are going to be there? How the audits are going to be there? And how do we make sure that there is ethical AI? That means the AI is not discriminating your customers based on some corrupt data. Okay, so that is why this AI based certification, which is RAI, has been brought in to fill that gap, that everybody is teaching you about what is AI, how to develop models, but nobody is talking about how to manage the risk of AI. That is where this certification comes into picture. Okay, now this certification is for people or professionals who are currently into either fintech, either NBFCs, either banks, either asset management, global firms, who are going to widely use risk AI based models, AI based decision making in the near future, and they wish to be, these professionals wish to be in the risk side of it. Okay, so for them this RAI certification is very good. Okay, because it gives you the flavor of both. It teaches you the basics of AI, plus it teaches you what is the risk management activity that you are supposed to do for those AI models. Okay, how you as a risk professional have to think. Okay, so it's both risk management, okay, and specifically for AI driven things within the banks and the financial institution. That is why the RAI certification was brought in. Okay, now who should ideally do this? Okay, I've seen a lot of interest from college people. Okay, a lot of interest from people who are working in the banks and they want to do something, they want to upskill themselves, right? That they are also eligible to do it, but most of them are like from risk background, they're doing it. Either they are analysts and they want to upskill themselves to look at the other side of finance, which is the AI driven side of finance. There are model developers, people who are working in analytics, people who are working in data governance, people who are working in regulation, people who are working in compliance, because AI is going to hit every other businesses. So if you want to be future ready and you want to be a risk manager or risk professional who's going to be looking at the AI, looking at the AI driven data, AI driven work, then this certification is helpful, and it will very well gel out with people who have done these certifications, especially FRM. So if you're planning to do, say, FRM, what you can do is you can complete FRM level 1, and before you go to level 2, you can top it up with RAI, and immediately you can start looking out for a job. Okay, so these FRM plus RAI is going to be very strong combination in the future, because FRM gives you the broader view of what is happening in the industry from the risk perspective, plus RAI, okay, is basically giving you the risk for the future generation, which is nothing but the AI powered risk skills. Okay, so combination is very interesting, for which you'll see a lot of roles opening up in the future. How can you become RAI? Now there is a lot of myths about it, because when I talk to students who are curious about the certification, they feel it's more modeling driven, it's more coding driven. Okay, you need some background of risk, you need some background of coding. Now to all of those students, there is no need for you to have any coding or programming knowledge to give this exam, to clear this exam. Okay, there is no prior work experience required. Even in risk management, there is no work experience required. Okay, the exam is very simple. It's a multiple choice question. Okay, you have to register the same process that we do for FRM SCR. You have to register on the portal, pay the fees. Okay, complete the preparation, go for the exam, give the exam. Okay, from that perspective, the CPD program can be done. Okay, so over here we are going to be looking at the CPD program also. What is CPD? Basically, it's a continuous professional development. So generally what happens is, any big certification that you look at, they want their professional to learn continuously. Now over here it is voluntary, it's not mandatory, and for FRM also it is not mandatory. So 10 credits, that means you have to attend some seminars, some workshop. Again, this is not mandatory. Okay, this is just recommended that if you are a professional into the space of risk and AI, you need to ideally learn continuously. That is what they are actually helping you when they talk about CPD in their discussion. Okay, what are the benefits? Very important. It's a very up-to-date knowledge. What is currently happening with the tools, techniques, applications, models that are used in the banks, in the apps, even mobile apps, fintech companies are using it. So this knowledge is current. Okay, very actively used in the market right now. It's up to date. Hiring potential. So you have to think it like this: as AI is going to hit not only the banks but smaller organizations, the demand for AI-driven solutions will increase. Second, there is going to be huge demand for people who would understand AI. So it's going to be a lot of people who know coding, people who understand how to write a particular prompt. But there are also going to be requirement for people who can help companies understand this AI and protect against the evils of AI, okay, or the problems that they might face. Okay, so from that perspective, hiring potential is very good. Leadership credibility. Okay, position yourself as a leader in the ethical AI governance, helping your organization to build trust. Now why? Because see, if your organization is global, okay, and they are planning to introduce a ChatGPT version of that or in your organization, or using some chatbots, okay, or any thing which will help the business to do decision making faster, they need to have good control on the processes that are being followed by AI. So over here it shows that you are better prepared, and in the future, the way you have the chief risk officer, chief compliance officer, chief IT officer, you'll also have a chief AI officer. So from that perspective, this gives you a very good potential in the future. Okay, exclusive networking. People who are serious about growing into the risk and AI space, you will become the part of that journey, you will become the part of that group. Okay, you will be able to share insights on that, and it's a very good opportunity to collaborate with other people, because you have earned that certification. So from that perspective, it is going to be very interesting. Okay, what is the curriculum now? Exam right now is not very tough. Okay, what they have done is they've got 5 modules. Okay, but the second module is the crux. It's the main module, and it has a huge number of content. It's a huge number of chapters. There are 10 chapters into it. Now when you look at the weightage, you might feel that the major weightage is in tools and technique, but if you look at properly, okay, these three modules, the last, third, fourth, fifth module, are also roughly covering around average 60% of the curriculum. Okay, so definitely there are 10 chapters in the second module, which is very vast, but also from the exam clearing perspective. Okay, my recommendation would be do not miss these 3 chapters or these 3 modules also. Okay, so these are the weightages for the exam. Okay, now within that second module, these are the 10 chapters. Now, when you read the names of the chapters, now what they're doing is they're basically explaining you everything about the models in this second module, in and out. We're talking about supervised, then there is a semi-supervised model, then lot of reinforcement learning also, which is widely going to get used in the certain domains in finance. Unsupervised learning also, machine learning, and also NLP, okay, which is used in your chatbots. Okay, generative AI, which we generally refer from the perspective of chat GPT, okay, or say Gemini Pro, or HeyGen, all of these different models which are being used now. So it's giving you a flavor of what all these models are and how do they work, and then they're basically taking you towards these models, which is more from the governance perspective. What are the risks, how you should build the governance structure, okay, how you should look at the data. All of these things are covered in the last 3 chapters. Okay, so from my perspective, okay, the last 3 chapters are very, very important. Okay, what are the materials that are available? So currently the material which is provided by GAR, that's the only thing that is available. Okay, and they, when you register on the portal, they will basically give you the RAI candidate guide, okay, and also a study guide with respect to learning objective. Now these are just giving you the overview of what is there in each module, what is there in each chapter. Okay, it gives you the learning objectives and what is there for the exam. Basically they will give you all the details, you can read it. We'll also put the link of these two part in the book, in the video, in the description part for you guys. Okay, so it's an 80 question exam, it's around 4 hours. Okay, there are basically standalone questions. That means each question is unique, but they can have a case study, short case study, where they will ask you one question, two three questions are connected to it. That can also be there. Okay, so all of these are basically the format of the exam. Now what happens is, when it's 80 question, 44 hours, generally what I've seen is people have been able to, in the past one exam, what I've seen is people have been able to complete everything in 3 hours. Okay, but they need to put more, half an hour, just to go through all the questions and get yourself comfortable with it. Now if you're not able to clear the exam, you will be able to reattempt for the exam at lower fees. Okay, so you can go for the next next attempt immediately at $350. Okay, what is the actual exam fee? Okay, so if you are an individual member, that means if you are already preparing for FRM or SCR with them, then the fees, early bird fees, is around $550. If you have already cleared either SCR or FRM, then the fees is going to be slightly lesser, which is $525. The non-members, who are the very new members, the fees is around $650. So average you can expect around $550 is what the fees is. Further, okay, when we talk about the RAI exam, okay, we are basically going to talk about the exams are conducted in 2, so it's April and October. Okay, the exam dates are mentioned over here, which is basically the time frame where you can schedule the exam. So once you make the payment, you have to schedule the exam also within that time window. Schedule the exam date, location, time also, okay, on the portal, and then you can go for the actual exam. That's what the structure. It is followed same for FRM, it is followed same for SCR also. Okay, who should consider the RAI exam? So I've created 4 buckets. Okay, right now students are also looking at the certification, so I would encourage them to do that, because in their college cell they'll be slightly ready for AI, which is going to come in the next 4-5 years when they enter into the job market. Okay, people who are entrepreneurs, people who are going to work at a senior level role into their companies in fintech or payment gateways, or companies which are mostly going to work with AI. Okay, so executives, top decision makers, and risk professionals. These are the 4 broader categories that I feel students or people should be part of, and they should get into do the RAI. If you're a banker, for example, if you're a branch manager and you wish to enter into risk related roles for banking, okay, then also RAI is a very good certification for you at an entry level, because it's not very costly, new certification, so the content is slightly easy, so you can get yourself a exam into your kitty very easily. What are the career opportunity? A lot of students have query around it. Okay, what jobs I will get? Okay, so first I'm just created a bifurcation that fintech and finance related companies, core finance related companies like bank, insurance, then you have asset management company, pension fund, all of them will start using all of them will start using AI based model. Okay, and there you would need people who understand risk, who understand AI, because AI governance will become very important. The model risk is going to be very important. So core finance companies, majority it's going to be bank, financial institution, there they are going to be using it. Next is technology and consulting. Okay, now there are companies like Infosys, there are companies like Amazon, who are more tech driven companies. Okay, they are going to be using it. TCS is going to use it because they'll be providing consulting services to others. So they would look for people who have completed these certifications, who understand the risk frameworks, and they can explain it to their client. Further, consulting companies like KPMG, Big Fours. Okay, there are other companies like Protivity, Kroll, okay, Grant Thornton, all of the consulting space who are doing consulting into tech, consulting into IT, consulting, audit, taxation. They will also now move towards this AI based approach where they will do consulting for them. Okay, so you can join there also. So these are the two broader areas that I feel you can enter into. Okay, few companies have just noted it down for your reference. Okay, cognizant like companies, you have the Accenture, Oracle, they will also start hiring. EY, PwC, all of them will start hiring RAI based roles extensively. Okay, now what I've done is I've got new emerging roles which are coming up in the market. So I've just got few names when I talk to people. Okay, so AI governance related roles and responsible AI related, this is going to be the next thing. Once the AI starts getting implemented, the pressure will be on the banks, on the companies, to make sure that these AIs are working properly. Okay, they are giving their decision ethically. Okay, there is proper amount of transparency, there is privacy of data. In India also, the Data Privacy Act is going to be implemented, and there's huge pressure on the companies to how do you look at the customers' data, right? So a lot of accountability will come on the AI systems, and there they will have people who are focused on governance. So the roles are primarily going to be in consulting firms, regulators also, because they will need people who can go and check, right? So large bank, Big Fours, consulting firm, regulator, AI governance and responsible AI officer related roles are going to be there. Now, fraud detection. Now, a lot of credit card companies, a lot of loan portfolios who are customer focused, they want to use AI to identify patterns, anomalies, and find any errors, right? So from that perspective, okay, a lot of companies are using machine learning, neural network, anomalies, all of them, okay, to get it better, to make it much more better. Okay, plus cyber risk. Like I said, there are cyber risk professionals sitting in the bank, but they are not aware about the risk management. They are not aware about the AI based tools. So you being cyber specialist in the AI domain can help you to understand where the cyber attacks can go wrong and how it is going to impact the AI based model and the decision making of the bank. Okay, so develop digital identity, fraud scoring, transaction monitoring. All these works will increase in fintechs, in your payment banks. Okay, in regtech, there's the companies who are going to come for technology connecting the regulation. So that will also be there. Insurance tech is also going to be there. So all of these are booming in the market now, in globally, but in India also it is going to grow now. Quantitative risk analyst. So a lot of your quant risk or quant models that right now we are creating. Okay, like for example, banks create model for analyzing the risk of LGPD, exposure at default. They are creating models for analyzing VAR, expected shortfall, all of these things which we generally read in FRM. Okay, so there also the AI based things will increase. So more and more models will come into picture which are going to take decision on their own, identify fraud on their own. Okay, and that is where the quant risk analyst, AI risk analyst will come into picture, and this is going to be mostly in hedge funds and banks. Okay, hedge funds and bank, very interesting role, and it's a higher version of quant people. Okay, fintech strategy consultant. Now over here what I've seen is fintechs have already started adopting AI. Okay, AI but they do not have a framework available in terms of how the digital risk is going to move. Okay, how we are getting ready, how we are going to be capturing it. The AI driven risk frameworks are not available right now. So the new things are coming, the models are coming, but the fintech industry is not ready with respect to analyzing the risk, understanding the risk, especially from the compliance and the regulatory perspective. So there your role can become very interesting because you can act as an AI consultant. Okay, few of the job roles that I have found, okay, on available right now. I was just searching on Google and I found so many of them. Okay, now you might feel that okay, I might not be relevant for it. It might not be relevant for me. I have no experience. See, the idea is not that. Right now, there are job opportunities which are getting open. It will also come at the entry level. It will also come at the middle management level, right? So the perspective of giving you these screenshots is to help you understand. See, this AI risk and quality management role, AI governance advisory role. All of these new roles are coming out. You can search their name, search the company name also, and you will find those roles, right? AI automation, AI and automation associate in the risk and compliance team. Can you see that? Okay. Then there is analytics and risk management expert. They are also looking at AI related aspect, right? Nomura was hiring for automation and AI associate. Think about this. It's a very big global bank. Amazon is hiring people in risk management who know AI automation, who understand AI automation. Okay, so risk manager with an AI touch. So there are different roles available. Okay, you can check. Model validations are also using AI ML models, so they need consultants, okay, who can understand it. Okay, so from that perspective, these are the career opportunities that are available. Okay, I have tried to give you the gist of the RAI exam. What are the career opportunity? What is the structure of the exam? What are the chapters? Again, this certification is new. Okay, so currently the book that is available is the GARP material right now. We're preparing for the exam, and I think so that's a golden source. You can refer to that. We are also coming up with the certification training very soon. Okay, what you can do, you can put your interest to us. Okay, I'll be adding a link in the description, which is a website page. You send your details over there so that when we create this course, we reach out to you. Plus, even if you search Fintelligents RAI, you'll get that link. You go over there, fill up your basic details, highlight that yes, I am interested for RAI. Okay. Further, we're coming up with more such videos on RAI, explaining you what is this exam curriculum. Okay, we're coming up with detailed study videos and the question bank also. Okay, a few success stories. If you're following my YouTube channel, I've been posting a lot of success stories of our students who have cleared the exams for FRM, CFA, SCR, CIA. I also do a lot of podcasts where I talk to people from the industry, trying to understand how things are growing in the market with respect to the scale, with respect to the career. Okay. Further, if you are new, do subscribe to our channel and share this video with all your friends who are planning to grow up and make some your career into the RAI or the risk and AI space. Okay, so subscribe to our channel and comment RAI curriculum, and I'll make a next video talking about what is there in each chapter. Okay, I'll make that for you guys, but I would need you to comment on this video. Okay, like this video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. In case you still want to reach us, I'm available on this WhatsApp number. Please put it on WhatsApp, your details. I will reach out to you, and when we come out with the RAI certification course, we'll share that details to you also. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful to you. So thank you very much for joining in again. Stay in touch and be a part of our journey for growth.